Hey,
We're back.
bitches.
Cheers.
Are you ready, Nikki P?
Oh, I'm ready.
Yes, you are ready. You got the plug. Everybody do your street dance. Let's go. Hey, what you drinking on? What you drinking? Welcome to season 2 in this bitch. Season 2, bitch. Are you about to get ready? Are you ready to find out what's about to go down on season 2? Do you know?
I know.
Because we don't even know. Yes, we do know. What a season we got for you.
Ooh.
Listen, everybody. Listen, we got new music. We got new intros. We got new lighting. Nikki P lost a few pounds. I gained her pounds that she lost. You know?
How does that work?
How does that work? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. This is Mixture of Variety. I go by the name of Patient Zero, and my co-host,
Nikki P.
Yes, indeed. All right.
How we doing?
How we doing? How's everybody doing? How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a couple days or so.
A week.
And
a half.
Yeah.
Nice shades.
Life's going, Yeah, thank you.
Is it 4th of July again?
I guess before we really get started, I should really let the people know and let you know that, yeah, it is 4th of July again. We haven't been on YouTube in over a month, and in the middle of that month or so, it was July 4th, and I'm doing this for a couple reasons. I'm doing this because I love the United States of America. I'm also doing this because there are people that hate this country, and I want to try to piss them off, and I want to try to trigger something. And with this outfit, I feel like I am definitely making a statement, because there's a lot of libtards out there, liberal retards, and other people, the Olympian or, NFL players or whatever that, they're making a stance. Well, I'm making my own stance. And I also am just saying that the American flag is nothing to be hated on. And the American flag, Nikki P, has now become a symbol of racism and hate and bigotry. And I don't appreciate it.
I mean, I want to move to Costa Rica, so what does that say about me?
Yeah, hell yeah. I say we just do it. I'm down. I can almost fit in your enormous suitcase. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to get a reaction, and sometimes I like doing that because a lot of the stuff that I talk about is to get a reaction. And sometimes we have topics that we touch on that are very sensitive and get a reaction. For example, I did a show about transphobia and trans people last week, and religion and politics. I actually got my little crucifix too to annoy and upset even more people.
Yeah, none.
See how I do?
I got one on my foot though.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, with my fuzzy socks.
Oh yeah, nice. That's really nice. Good thing you did decide to put pants on before the show.
I did. That was done in a living room when I was 16.
Oh, all right. Wow. It actually came out nice.
It did.
Of what I can see, I found these United States flag glasses last minute, and I was just like, I have to do it. And not to mention too, I have this thing that I don't know what's happening, but it's like,
oof.
Yeah, it's like swollen and shit. It looks like I got punched in the face, but I didn't.
It looks like a bruise.
Yeah, it's like swollen and bruised, and I don't know what I did. I didn't
really in that month I didn't get my grays covered.
Yeah.
They're shining bright, ladies and gents.
Yes. Well, anyway, I guess with the bruise, I'll take them off because I can see a lot better. I feel like I'm doing a podcast now. But yeah, this is just one of the things that we do. We like to irk people. We like to get under people's skins, and we're not doing it on purpose, Nikki P. We have strong feelings or strong beliefs or strong perspectives on one thing, and a lot of people don't really like that. As you know, I'm totally against the quote-unquote vaccine, and I have a bunch of different reasons why. And I made several shows without Nikki P because I didn't want to take her into the rabbit's hole.
Can I just say, I met a nurse today.
Yes.
And we were talking about the vaccine, and she was like, I wouldn't get it. She said, I had to get it, but I wouldn't get it if I were you. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I promise you, Nikki P, I'm not going to go down that hole tonight because I can just talk for hours about that. But if you guys want to know my point of view on that, then just go back and check out any of our shows because we are everywhere. I would say that you Google us, just Google Mixture of Variety Podcast, and you will find all of our shows. We're on every podcast platform, right? Spotify, Apple,
Which
whole
ones?
Well, we have Spotify and Apple and iHeart and Google and Amazon. Just for shits and giggles, the other day I said, Alexa, play Mixture of Variety Podcast, and it did play it. And then it played it off of Amazon, and then I asked it to play it off of Apple, and it played it off of Apple, and then it played it off of Spotify.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool, And I know
we're everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. And I know people are listening and watching. And damn, I forgot to set up Bigo. Well, I'm not going to do it now while we're live. But I was going to go on Bigo also, but it doesn't matter because they can't hear you anyway.
One-sided conversation.
Yeah, that'll kind of make no sense. So Nikki P, Mixture of Variety, before we go any further, is a mixture of ideas and a variety of topics. And do we have a variety of topics?
We do. Hold on.
We can really talk about anything and everything. And I'm not even going to say what we talk about yet, Nikki P. Let's not break it down yet because what we're going to do, because this is season 2, but episode 1, we got to let you guys know what's going on for people that are listening for the first time, people that heard us, through IG, people that heard us through Bigo, BIGO, is that streaming app? People that heard us through Bradley, the Panic Attack Podcast, wherever you heard us and you're just checking in for the first time, we're going to break down everything that we talk about later in the show. Right, Nikki P? That's an amazing mug. That is an amazing mug.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Yes.
Where's your mug?
Good question. No, I have it. It's just in the microwave because I can't multitask and I completely forgot it. Yeah. It's like I was just thinking as soon as we went live, I was like, oh, perfect way to start the new season without my fucking mug. I think now I've done that 3 times total.
But never fear, Nikki P is here.
Yes. And you have the mug as well. That's what I like to hear. So let's see. Let's get right into it. I would say we love you guys for listening. We love you guys for watching. Just please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. That's very important.
Hit all the buttons.
Hit all the buttons. And let's see. So if we're not doing that, we can still let you guys know that we are on IG. We didn't even mention that yet. Our Instagram is @MixtureOfVariety. The name of the show @MixtureOfVariety. This show here, we are live every Friday. For right now, we might have some recorded shows for you, but for right now, let's just keep it in the moment. We do this show every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, it's kind of up in the air because we like to set a set time. We're supposed to set a set time with newbies on YouTubers and YouTube podcasts and whatever it is, Nikki P, because it's kind of like old school TV where it's just like, oh, I can't wait to, tune into that program at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Program.
Right, we're a program now. We're like the 2021, program or whatever. nobody calls it that, but you know, a TV show that you would tune into, and that's just kind of how it is these days. But at the same time, I guess I don't know if it's just us. I don't know if it's the program that we use to go live, or if it's because in the ether they pick up certain things that we talk about. I really don't know, but either way, they have to check to see that we're okay to go live and to post it, and they really do. They check it.
They're strict on us.
They are definitely, for sure. Yeah, for sure, Nikki P. So, Nikki P, do you want to even? I mean, I don't know. Do you want to introduce yourself? Like, people don't know you. Like,
I am Nikki P.
She is Nikki P.
I'm always on the go.
Yep.
I'm always busy. If we're not on at 9, it's because of me. To be quite frank. Yeah, I just go day by day. I'm like, I would say I'm an oxymoron. I'm like the calmest, I'm the most calm, anxious person. If that's a thing.
I would agree with that.
I told my therapist that, and she's dying laughing. And I'm like, it's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah.
And yeah, Patient Zero is one of my besties, and we just do our thing, and we share our wisdom, our words of wisdom, our life experiences, strength and hope to hopefully resonate with all of you guys and maybe make a difference. So that's what we're here for.
100% making a difference. That's what it's about, making a difference and helping people. Positive energy and laughs is what we usually say. These are our thoughts, views, and opinions, because this is our podcast platform to do so. And when you have a podcast platform, 99.9% of it is because it's your thoughts, views, and opinions. Why else would you have a podcast platform? And then on top of that, we share our experiences, strength, and hope. Our life experiences, strength, and hope to help people and make a difference.
We've been through it all.
We've been through it all. And I do go by the name of Patient Zero, like I said, if you're just tuning in for the first time. And Nikki P and I make up Mixture of Variety Podcast. We didn't start out like that. We actually started out on a different name, and we didn't know what we were doing at first. And we were just doing an audio show, and then we switched it to
on Fridays only.
Yeah. And then the pandemic really like went into hysterics. And then we were kind of thinking like, hey, you know, if we had the time, well, I had more time. But I was like, hey, if we had the time, let's just go 5 times a week and whatever. So there was a significant part of doing a show that we were actually doing it 5 times a week. Not on YouTube, though. YouTube is like, once we were doing the podcast, the audio podcast for a while, we decided to branch off and become YouTubers and do the YouTube show.
Because why not?
Because why not? We reach a lot more people. And
I mean, I will say for myself, I watch some crazy videos when I'm on YouTube platform for myself, personally speaking.
Yeah.
You know, mysteries of the sea, top 10 places you're not allowed to go in the world. I mean, just super, super random.
Absolutely.
And we love variety podcast.
Exactly. We love random here, jot those down while you're watching it and we can make a podcast out of it. Sometimes I'm always like watching stuff too. And I'm just like, wow, this might make a good podcast. And then I completely forget about it. But the good thing about, I feel like the difference between an audio show and doing the YouTube show is that the YouTube show, I don't really like doing without you. I've only done it a couple times by myself. And there was a couple times where I was just ranting and raving. I had my tinfoil hat on and I was just going to town. And the good thing,
raving.
Yeah. Right. But the good thing about the audio show now doing it 3 times or 2 times a week and then doing the YouTube show is that the Monday show that I don't do the show with Nikki P, I can use those episodes to go balls to the wall and to speak about stuff that I really feel like that if we were on a bigger channel or if we had millions of subscribers, we would be shut down 100%. And it's just unfortunate, but that's how the world is these days because of big tech, censorship, and you can only say a certain thing. You can only agree with certain philosophies and ideas. And if you think differently, you get shut down or
It's
you
like
get banned.
the C word.
Yeah, exactly.
And not
C
the
culture.
see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I mean, like, you know, there's a lot of that shit going on, and it's a really good forum. The audio show is, it's a really good forum to get a lot of shit off of my chest if I want to talk about stuff that might be banned, or, you know, that even just the talk about the vaccine. Like, a lot of people don't want to hear about that shit, and you will definitely be shut down or banned. They're now actually going through text messages. I don't know if you heard about that, Nikki P. They're now going through text messages, not only just social media and, you know, YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, which that we already knew, but now they're actually going through text messages to see if you were spreading if you were spreading
like,
fake
really?
shit or incorrect shit about the vaccine.
I can say what I want.
Yeah, you would think this used to be the land of the free. I mean, look, you know, the flag used to mean something. You know, the flag used to mean something.
Now it's just gray.
Yeah, exactly. For you assholes watching right now, I know a lot of people affiliate, you know, the flag to Trump as well, or like, you know, America first. First of all, I don't understand what's wrong with that idea as far as America first. Who else are you going to put first? Another country?
No.
I mean,
well, can I just say, and I don't know
please.
if I told you, but like, it was 4th of July. My client came in. He's an African-American male. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, do you have plans for 4th of July? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, he's like, no. And he like laughed. And I'm like, why are you laughing? He's like, I'm not free. I'm like, I'm trying to tell him, like, look, even me being a woman, you know, glass ceiling, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's certain things I can't do as a woman. So I get it. But I'm just like, it doesn't even matter. It's like your freedom as an individual, as like having your own thoughts, views, and opinions, and being able to share it with other people. And it's just like a freedom of yourself.
Yes.
And when I said that, he was like, oh, you're right. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I don't look at it as like, oh my God, America. Like, I look at it as like me as an individual and my independence.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm an Aquarian, like independence. And I'm sure I mean, like, I think highly of the zodiac sign and astrology, but like for me, like, yes, I'm an Aquarian, like independence is one of my main things. Like I crave it. Please don't tell me what to do because I'm going to do the opposite. Yes. So I think like it's in your mindset too. And it's like your freedom to how you feel. Look, like I get it. The world is fucked up. The world's crazy. The world's walling out. Like I get it. But like forget about the world and like keep it on the you. Keep it on me. Yes. So I think when you explain it to someone, they're like, oh wow, I never thought of it that way. And it's like, yeah.
Yes. I absolutely loved when you said that, and I took it to heart as well. And that's the perfect way to explain it. It's like a lot of people, if they want to, you know, dive into, you know, or dive off the deep end to the racism of or slavery of, you know, hundreds of years ago. And that's the reason why you're not appreciating or respecting the flag today. It makes no sense because hundreds of years ago, there was slavery all around the world. And actually, America was one of the first countries that actually did the most to free the slaves. It was the most white people to free the slaves and the most, you know, trying to make a difference as far as like
Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean, right, exactly. Even from as far back as that.
Aquarius.
Yes, well, there you go. But anyway, regardless of how you look at all that, a lot of it is like propaganda too, because like the race war and, you know, the cops, brutality and stuff like that, they will not look at the picture as a whole. The media will emphasize on a couple of incidences or even a few incidences, which I'm not saying that is okay.
We don't think it's okay at all. Of course not.
But with that, they can roll with, oh, okay, this is the worst country, and they're going to start this race war on top of, if you're already a Republican or a Democrat, on top of, human rights, on top of.
But can we just put this in perspective, though? You are a homosexual male. I am a woman. We have our own obstacles, too, at the end of the day. If you really want to look at that big picture and, go tit for tat, you and I, we have our own obstacles, too.
Right.
So we get it.
Absolutely. And that, just to bring it back to that Independence Day for a second, the Independence Day, when everybody is looking at it for a certain, they have their own views about it, or their own philosophies or ideas about it, revolving whatever it is. I just want people to, it's like the one day that is supposed to be unity for this country, no matter what your background is, no matter what race you are, no matter what, sexuality you are, no matter what, anything you are, no matter what Republican Party you're affiliated with. I thought for years and years that this was supposed to be the one day that was supposed to unify us, and it's completely not. And it's because of these Olympic, stars that are disrespecting the flag, and it's because of this race war, and it's because of all this propaganda bullshit. But I really did love when you said that Independence Day was not just Independence Day; it was independence about, the independence within yourself. Yeah, I actually said that. Well, actually, for Independence Day, it was not a good day. But the week after, I actually brought that up, and everybody that I was with was just like, "Wow, that was profound." And I was like, I don't take credit for it. That was Nikki P. You know what I'm saying? Nikki P said that. It was just like, and I felt the same way.
Yeah. And it's true. I mean, look, if you want to do that, the dumb shit, go for it. If you're trying to make a statement, I don't blame you. Maybe I would feel the same way in a different circumstance, but also use your head, use your mind.
Yeah.
Make your statement, but also do it for the good.
Yeah.
If you're going to cause animosity and hatred, don't leave your house, please. I don't care. Spread peace, spread love.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. There's a time and a place, no matter who you are. If you want to privately protest, do you, boo-boo, do you. But if you're representing the United States in the Japan 2022 Olympic Games that's starting next week, and you're turning your back on the national anthem, there's 6, 7, 8-year-old girls that are looking up and be like, "Mommy, why is she doing that?" You know what I'm saying? It's a way bigger picture than just you on a private little protest of going against of your beliefs. Yeah. And honestly, real quick, to change it to switch it up as far as you're a woman and I'm a homosexual man, so we have other barriers and shit to cross, right? But at the same time, when I'm on here talking about transgenders, and I'm talking about that I believe as a gay man that there are 2 genders, not the 1,000 genders, and you can identify as a tablecloth, people lose their fucking mind. I'm talking stymied, like their eyes pop out of their head. Wait a second, you're gay? You're part of the LGBT community, LGBT alphabet people, plus PTSD community, and you are saying there's 2 genders. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you have a conservative type of voice, when you're just okay, wait, just because you group me in this slop of people, I don't have to agree with everything.
No, and look, share your perspective. And I can respect it. But don't get bent out of shape. There are times where I'm truly nervous to be oh, miss, oh, sir. For me, that's just respectful and having manners and who I am.
Right.
If you want to explain to me in a one-on-one conversation, your point of view, your perspective, I respect you. I respect your point of view, and I see how you feel, how you I see why you feel the way you feel, but like, again, I mean, it's science.
Yeah, right. And because we're respectful, kind human beings, if somebody says that they are a whatever gender and they want to be called, one of the 1,000 genders, and they want to be called, their pronouns are they, them, or something like that, and they identify as a pillow, we will respect you. Like, it's not a big thing. Like, for me, okay, it's like, okay, whatever. But like I was saying before in last week's podcast, it's like imagination land comes into reality. So it's like imagination land is here, reality is here. And when they merge and cancel culture emerges because you are identifying as a female, a biological female, and you go to get a wax, and that place refuses to wax your ball sack.
Ow.
And then because they refuse to wax your ball sack. Or to give you right, exactly, or to go to a gynecologist and get a birth control, or to buy pads or something like that, and then if you refuse to do that, they'll try to shut your business down and they'll take you to court. That is where the problem lies, and that's what gives all trans people and all every people a bad name.
Yeah.
And that's a whole podcast by itself. You can actually go back last week and I talk about it, and the people in the chat room were actually pretty upset, which is what I figured was going to happen. But all right, so real quick, Nikki P, the disclaimer, obviously
lay it down. I mean, we should have said that beforehand.
We should have definitely said this beforehand.
Sorry.
If you're still rolling with us and rocking with us.
We're backwards.
Yeah, we are, definitely. We rock out with our cock out, we jam out with our clam out. And this is the type of stuff that we talk, and this is how we talk on the podcast. So it's not for everybody, and we do say that. The disclaimer is, if you are hypersensitive or get butthurt easy, this podcast is definitely not for you. Sick and twisted dark humor, vulgar uncensored language, and politically incorrect conversations are just some of the things
and fun
you'll hear on Mixture of Variety, which means listener discretion is definitely advised.
Well, back in my day.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I bet.
Huh? I can't hear you.
I can imagine
Where's
how it was.
my glasses?
I can imagine how it was back in her day.
What?
Fucking old bat.
What did you say?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Granny, and she's actually the third co-host of the show. She was actually waiting to be introduced because, she's like, what's going on? What is going on? She obviously wanted to.
Thought it was Wednesday.
Exactly. Yes. And she actually identifies as a young woman, but she is actually 100 years old. And, we love Granny for many reasons. We did notice that she was coming to the show all the time. She was coming frequently with her aide. And we actually found out that she had Alzheimer's and dementia. So we put her in her own little spot. And then we also found out that she had gang tats, not cats.
And cats. She does have cats.
Yeah, plenty of cats. Gang cats. That would be awesome. Gang tats from head to toe. We caught her in the parking lot, Nikki P, right? She was smoking toad. She was smoking meth.
DMT.
She actually had the audacity to ask for a Band-Aid because she burned her fingertips on the crack stem. This was all the same day before the show.
Same hour.
The same hour before the show. Brilliant! Nikki P, what happened that one glorious, infamous day?
Oh, God.
We got to let the people know.
I'm too embarrassed to say.
I know.
Well, gee, one glorious, fabulous day. We had Granny coming through security with this huge bag. She's all of 4'2". The bag was what, 3'5", 3 foot. So size of her.
Yep.
So patient 0 and I call security. We're like, please just search the bag. We don't know what's in here. She does have sundowner syndrome. Is she going to pull out the AK-47 and shoot up the place like we didn't know? Shots fired.
You never know. Shots fired.
So they did not pull out the AK-47. They did not. What did they pull out, though?
Oh, nothing really to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a 3-foot dildo.
Bruh, 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 bruh.
Whoa.
Whoa was right.
What a day that was. And it's something that, we will never forget, obviously, but it was also one of those days that like you reevaluate your entire life. You know what I'm saying? Like security pulled out the bag. I literally just looked at Nikki P like, and I just questioned where I was at in life and how I got to this point.
You're in the U.S. of A.
Yes, absolutely.
Unfortunately.
Exactly. So, that's the story of Granny. The icing on the cake, and the reason why we had to make her a co-host of the show, of course, is that her 100th birthday was on our 100th audio show podcast, and it was amazing. And we fucking love you, Granny. Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news, and the breaking news comes in the form of a segment that we like to call Mini Holidays. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Mini Holidays. Why? Because every day is a fucking holiday.
I like turtles. 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 I like turtles.
Is that my ringtone?
Your ringtone is, I'm not going to change it, but I have to be near my phone to hear it. That's why I missed
Should I call you? Should I call you really quick?
I could, yeah, go ahead. This is Nikki P. This is how deep in this we are when it comes to turtles. And Jonathan Ware and the Turtle Kid is a part of the show.
Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles.
All right, you're great zombie. And good time to hear it.
Let's do it again. Oh, it only does it that once. Oh wow, yeah,
I just hung up. I did just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's. I mean, listen, the remix that I had for you before with the Turtle Kid was amazing, but
it was a lot.
That was too loud, and it was a lot. But this, just the interview to just pop up out of my phone, I'm just like, what do I hear? Nice zombie costume. I like turtles. Kid's 38 years old now, so shouts to him.
How old was he when he did that? Like 8?
Yeah, something like that. Nikki P, let the people know what Mini Holidays is about, because I don't even have my shit open.
I do. Well, we here at Mixture Variety believe every day is indeed a holiday.
Facts.
Literally. So we also believe that we should be, as a whole, united and be grateful and thankful for the things that we do have, instead of resentful and hateful for the things that we don't have. So lucky for us, every day there's a list of mini holidays that are celebrated every day throughout the world. They are obnoxious, they are sad, they are funny, they make no sense, and they're great.
A lot going on. Definitely a lot going on.
So we're gonna get right into it.
That's why we do them, Nikki P. Let's get right to it. What we got?
So today is Friday, July 16th.
All right, season 2, bitches.
2021. It is. We'll start off with a bang.
Always.
National Corn Fritter Day.
Oh, I believe you missed one.
I did.
It kind of goes with National Corn Fritter Day, but go ahead. These are how corn fritters are made.
Guinea Pig Appreciation Day.
All right.
You know me, I go right to the food. Sorry. I'm not a corn fritter fan. Say that 10 times.
Yeah, right. I got to really be in the mood. How about this, though? Are you in the mood for, or are you a National Fresh Spinach Day type of person? More up your angle, right?
Garlic and olive oil, people.
Yes. With fried guinea pig corn fritters.
Now, this is my all-time life goal. It is National Personal Chef Day.
All right.
That is my goal.
Do you use any of those delivery services? Like, some of them are really good. Some of them are
have
really fresh.
I've used HelloFresh. My girlfriend, she works for Blue Apron, though. I would try them. Martha Stewart's looks amazing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep getting things on, like, IG and other things. Like I think I clicked it once, and now I just get all these different ones. You know, I get really fresh food though. You know where? EBT. What else we got next?
Oh, this is all for you. No, this is the old you and the old me. It is Rural Transit Day.
Oh God, it's so
We've
terrible.
both been there.
I mean, it wouldn't be terrible if, like I always say, or we always say, this broadcast is from an undisclosed location. Well, sometimes we'll say it's New York, but then sometimes Nikki P will really break it down, and I'll sometimes break it down. We don't live in the city, folks. We don't live in the city. Like we're representing
sirens right now.
Oh, you're good. I don't hear it.
No, you would be if we were in the city.
Oh yeah. Sorry, because sometimes I have to apologize because I had the fucking fire. I do have a fire station right next door, and that causes a lot of loud noise and ruckus. Yes, it does. But yeah, rural transit would not be an issue if I was taking the subway every day. Anyway, that's my.
Can we just say one quick thing? So picture a 25-minute drive for us. Me a while ago. You what? A few months ago.
Yeah.
So a 25-minute drive would take us 3 buses and about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yes. It took me an hour, 20 minutes, not including the mile walk, or just a little less than a mile walk to the bus station, and then about an hour and 20 minutes to get to work. And I lived like 15 minutes away, or I worked 50 minutes away. Yeah.
And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen,
and it with
a true bang.
Yes.
World Snake Day.
World Snake Day. All right. Hey, some people love them. Some people hate them.
Not my thing.
My brother has a pet snake. I think at least one. And I remember when my nieces were like mad little, he'd send me pictures of like them holding it and stuff. I was like, no, please. I was like, no, please. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Mini Holidays for July 16th. It's Friday night. All right.
All right.
So with the time that we got left, let's just break down really what the show's about. Like I said, I mean, we have these conversations anyway. I mean, this is
it's like a blank screen.
Yeah, it doesn't look. I don't see anything. But just trust her; she has it open. That's what she said. And like, so basically, like this is just some of the highlighted shows we talk about. We actually call them. Well, I call them the highlighted shows. Nikki P calls them the in-betweeners because it's usually in between the two extreme sides of the spectrum, which we talk about. And instead of getting into that, we're just going to get right into some of the highlighted shows. Go ahead, break it down, Nikki P. What's the first one?
All right. So mental illness, mental health, addiction, sobriety, recovery, experiences in a halfway house, and rehab. I mean, that could really be grouped into one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, all that can be grouped into one. All right.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about that for a minute. Usually on a regular show, we'll just say this and we'll just, brush by them and continue on with the show because we just want to let you guys know what we're talking about. But today, like I said, you might have been hearing about us from different avenues and whatnot. And these are some of the conversations that we have. Like we just had a bunch of conversations about, I mean, we covered a lot of stuff even just in a small conversation. But we have these conversations and
on air and off air.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of I love being really good friends with somebody that has
all over the place.
Well, no, just I was gonna say because I'm all over the place too. But I was gonna say someone that can look at life totally differently and have a totally different perspective, but at the same time, like we unite on many things as well. I feel like all friendships should be like that, actually. But so for mental health, mental illness, Nikki P, we talk about this a lot. And
just because someone is diagnosed and someone is not diagnosed, you're in a sense we're all on the spectrum.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree.
I
with
have my
that.
anxiety, I have my depression, I have manic moments, I have moments where I don't want to do anything, but I'm not diagnosed.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand,
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, um, let's just put it this way. I, over the last 27 and a half months that I've been clean and sober, which we'll get to in a second, am understanding and realizing why I was a drug addict. Does that make any sense? Because
yeah,
for the 27 and a half months, now I'm dealing with the shit head on and I don't have that crutch. You know what I mean? Like I don't have anything to hold on to. I don't have a distraction. I don't have a way that I can take something and feel better in a second. I have to just, roll with the punches and whatever. And it's really affecting me in a lot of ways. And it's a fucking struggle. But at the same time, I'm just like, oh, well, at least I'm sober or whatever. But I talk about, and we talk about stuff like this on the podcast often because I'm always thinking that we can help other people.
yeah,
We can help other people that have similar problems. Like if Nikki P is having a fucking anxiety attack or literally a panic attack and talks about it on the podcast, that's real shit. Like people can relate to that. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, just yesterday, I'm talking to my psychiatrist and she's like, well, you're already on 6 psych meds. So if you're still feeling like this, there's some puzzle piece that's not there. And I'm like, no shit. Like, I really was just like, no shit. Like, you get paid $100 an hour to tell me that? So that part of it is frustrating. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, so, Nikki P, imagine if I was not on medication. That's the zinger right there. Because, I mean, if I was feeling how I'm feeling and certain days I'm fine and certain days I can't leave my apartment and everything in between, if I was just not on medication and my symptoms were exasperated that much more, then what would happen? I know what would happen. I would use drugs. That's what would happen. So regardless of how I feel or if I'm symptomatic or I don't feel like doing the show one day or I have to pop a fucking PRN to be on a guest on another podcast, which is just so ridiculous. If that's the case, I could talk about it. Nikki P could talk about it, and hopefully we can help other people.
Yeah.
The addiction part, Nikki P, I mean, listen, Nikki P and I met in a fucking halfway house. So if that doesn't explain our relationship and our friendship, you know what I'm saying? Like we've been through the ringer.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. I mean, this one's all you, but I relate and respect the community as well, the LGBT life and relationships we could put together.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we could talk about that. I mean, as far as relationships, we've definitely talked about. I think we've had maybe like 1 or 2 shows that were like showing relationships in a positive aspect. Like most of the time when we talk about relationships, it's just like, oh, remember this guy or remember this situation or remember when this happened or remember this asshole or I hope this prick dies, whatever. But that mainly comes from me because of like built up resentments and whatever. A lot of times Nikki P doesn't talk like that. Nikki P would just be like, oh yeah, I remember this time I was with this guy and this time it was this one. And then you just weigh the pros and cons and you just like keep it moving.
It helps my timeline in life too.
Yeah, right. And then hey, as far as the LGBTs nonsense, excuse me. This is how I break it down really quick. BLM, okay? Black Lives Matter. Obviously, Black Lives Matter. Obviously, if you have to even think twice about that or second guess yourself, you are definitely a racist bigot and you should be shot in the head. With that being said, put that to the side for a second. BLM, the fucking organization, the activist group, is nothing but a Marxist, insane, money-making Ponzi scheme, and the people at top are just looking for money and don't care about black people. I'll say it. They don't care about black people. They care about certain black lives in certain situations, but they don't care about black people. because if God forbid a white cop, you know, in the entire nation shoots at a black young man, that's where all the protests are going to be, and that's where they're going to burn buildings down and stuff like that. But don't pay any attention to the black on black crimes. You know, let's not look at that. Let's not look at like communities completely being destroyed by gangs and black on black crimes and stuff like that. We don't care about that. That doesn't fit the motive of what we're trying to do. What we are trying to do is build this race water. Okay, I digress.
You do.
What I was going to say about that is the LGBT situation is the same exact thing. Am I part of LGBT plus blah blah blah? Of course, I'm the G in LGBTQAI plus PP2LL5, you know, 77. They just keep adding letters to it. We're called like the alphabet people now, which I think is so funny. But a lot of that shit I don't agree with, like I was saying before, as far as trans, as far as two genders, as far as, you know, what you identify with. There's a lot that I don't agree, so I really don't put myself in that situation.
Yeah.
But we do talk about it, and obviously we talk about it because I just give you perspective as a gay male.
Also, current events and news. Yeah,
all right.
I mean, we touched on it already.
Yes, we definitely touched on it today.
We have our feelings. I'm an independent. Go figure. I'm a registered independent. And you are Green Party?
Yeah, Libertarian, Green Party.
Okay.
Libertarian / Green Party / Independent. I mean, all of them are fine with me as long as it's not Republican or Democratic. But
yeah. Like, that's something we touch on. I don't think we have like a full-blown episode dedicated to that.
Yeah.
I mean, you do on your own, I feel like.
Yes.
At times.
Yes.
But I don't know. We're people who see both sides. We can see both sides, and we know the pros and cons of both. And then we have our own point of view. Like, let's look at reality and like facts.
That's all it is, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, like, are you gonna call me a right-wing, you know, conservative Trump supporter because I'm questioning getting the vaccine?
No.
But there are people that do that. You know what I mean? There are people that look at me and label that because, like, really? You can tell me that there's not going to be any side effects in 5 years or 2 years or 6 months. You can tell me that they're not going to need another booster shot every 6 months, or that you can still get COVID. 3 Yankee players got COVID, and they reported it on the news like the second half of the season has been postponed because 3 Yankee players got COVID. They forgot to mention that all 3 of those fucking Yankee players got the vaccine already.
Ruh-roh.
All right, so that's like current event stuff that we were talking about. And a lot of stuff, good news across the board too, like around the world. Like we like to talk about that too.
Oh yeah.
You know, we haven't done that in a while.
And then our favorite, sex.
Oh my. Oh my.
That will be on Hump Day, Wednesday.
Yeah, break it down. Usually every other Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we're trying to, like, you know, with the next topic coming up, or the one after next. Well, we try to do the sex and mindfulness, like, you know, 1 week this, 1 week that.
Exactly. It was every Wednesday when we were going Monday through Friday. But now that we're only going Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, every other Wednesday will be the sex show. And that is it gets crazy. It's definitely a lot of fun, you know, and Nikki P and I love to have a blast with that, just to lighten up the, you know, you can tell but the balance of the show.
No pants.
No pants, yes.
No pants allowed. And then I'm just gonna tie in mindfulness right now because
okay, sure, yeah.
That really just ties into everything we talk about. I mean, there will be like true meditation shows, like how to practice mindfulness, like, you know, if you are dealing with anxiety, depression, like what are other ways to bring yourself out of it? How can you help? different apps, different methods, therapy. It's all in one. So mindfulness can be across the board. I mean, you can encompass mindfulness with sex, mindfulness with current events. So it's all like tied in together, in my opinion. No,
100%. We use mindfulness and practice mindfulness in every show. Just the simple fact that
mindfulness bell.
Yeah, let's do it right now. Just the simple fact that we're focusing and doing the live show, we're practicing mindfulness. But yeah, we talk about it all. Here we go. Ready? Let's take it.
So at the sound of the bell, we're gonna take a deep mindfulness breath.
Here we go. You'd be surprised. Yeah. Whatever you're going through in life, go in the corner, go in your car.
I had to do that last night.
Do 5 of those really, really slow ones, 5, 10. You'll bring it down like 50% of your anxiety will go down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so hip hop real fast. Yes, we do talk about hip hop. We mainly cover the Versus TV battles. We are definitely going to be covering the next Versus TV battle, even though it's on a Tuesday night. Nikki,
I'll be on that if I can, because
I was going to say,
hopefully 2 of my favorites.
Hopefully you can do it with me because we can watch it live and we can critique it and add our commentary and whatnot, and it's going to be a blast. August 3rd, ladies and gentlemen, the Versus TV battles. If you don't know, just go to Versus TV on IG or Apple TV, and August 3rd is the one that we're talking about. It's going to be Dipset versus The Lox.
The Lox.
Let me say that one more time. Dipset versus The Lox. All right, so stay tuned for that. We'll bring it up a couple times before that. And what else would it be?
So we'll group this into one as well. UFOs, aliens, and conspiracy theories.
Yes. Those are just so much fun to talk about because, it has people thinking, we always say, like, don't come to the show. The show is not for people with a closed mind, 100%. No. You have to come on this show with an open mind. Just to either not be a prick and listen to things and maybe you'll learn something, or at the same time, just be like, aliens, maybe it's a possibility that aliens do exist instead of just being like, no, aliens don't exist. It'd be like
Area 51.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's one of those debates where it's like, wait, have you looked up though? Like, you don't know. It's better to say you don't know than to say they don't exist. And that's just one example. Nikki P, what's the difference between a conspiracy theory and reality?
What's the difference? Conspiracy is really someone thought this is what happened. This is what we're going to cover up and say what happened. But really, there's so much deeper meaning to that. I mean, even a conspiracy theory with Marilyn Monroe. I mean, that's a thing.
Oh, yeah, there's so many of them.
Did she kill herself or did someone murder her? We don't know.
Oh, there's so
Jeffrey
many.
Epstein. I mean, even people in general.
Right, Princess Diane, fucking.
Oh, I love her.
The guy that just John McAfee guy that had all the information on the government, and Epstein, you said already.
Secret societies, the bunkers.
9/11. 20 years later, people are still talking about 9/11 being an inside job. And the fact that, $3 trillion with a T, $3 trillion were missing from the Pentagon on September 10th, but then September 11th happened, and you never heard about that again. But you definitely broke it down really good, Nikki P. But all I was going to say is, what's the difference between a conspiracy theory and reality? About 6 to 12 months.
Damn it, I'm giving like a dictionary.
Yeah, I love it though. That was great. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one time. That is basically what we talk about on this show, which is Mixture of Variety Podcast. Give it up one time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for sharing.
And being patient with us.
Yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Being patient.
I mean, we need an intermission too.
Yes. We really did. It was good for both of us, and hopefully it was good for you guys too. And it kind of, we built up a bigger audience, I think, and people are like, "Hey, what happened? Where you guys go?" And now we're back, and
we have some exciting things happening. We have some special guests we're going to introduce.
Yes, all the above. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. Please subscribe to the channel, and you'll know what's going on with the channel. Even though I said we're going to drop it.
First, you have to like.
Yes, like this video and comment if you would like after you like and share it. You know what I mean? Share it. Share it. Check us out on Bigo as well. I go live streaming sometimes when I'm doing the podcast by myself. It's just a lot of fun to get the people's reaction on Bigo because there's a lot of people in the room. BIGO, it's a live streaming app, and you can follow us there at Mixture of Variety or In the Mix, INDIMIX. We go live on Castbox.fm. Castbox is another app you can get on Google and Apple. We go live Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we got 9 p.m. on lock. 9 p.m. Eastern on Castbox, Monday and Wednesday. And then obviously this wonderful show for you on YouTube.
Yeah.
Every Friday. Follow us on IG at Mixture of Variety. Any last words, Nikki P?
Oh, Granny. You could follow Granny too.
Yeah, you can actually follow us on IG at Mixture of Variety, but Granny's handle is what?
At Granny Dildo.
Oh, okay. At Granny Dildo, very nice. It's a shocker. I didn't know that. I didn't know she had social media.
I helped her one night.
At Granny Dildo, yes, indeed. All right, well, you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you Monday live on Castbox. Google us. Deuces.
Google us, bitch.
Google us, bitches. Mixture of Variety. Deuces.